Hello mga kawamat. In this video lesson, we will discuss computing monthly salary from annual salary. So same with the other video, I'll give you 5 questions regarding monthly salary or computing monthly salary from annual salary. So the first problem is about monthly salary and savings allocation. So problem number 1, Maria is a newly hired public junior high school teacher in Davao cities. She receives an annual base salary of 324,000 pesos to promote for her future. So she received an annual salary of 324,000 pesos. To prepare for her future, she carefully managed her budget and decides to allocate 25% of her monthly salary to an emergency fund. So how much is Maria's monthly salary and how much does she deposit into her emergency fund each month? Okay, first, we have the annual salary, so 324,000 pesos. So again, pag sinabi nating annual salary, yung sweldo niya sa loob ng isang taon. Since ang pinapakuha sa atin, magkano yung monthly niya and magkano yung madideposit niya doon sa emergency fund niya. So from the annual salary, anong gagawin para makuha yung monthly salary? So we simply divide it by 12. So 324,000 divided by 12. So the answer is 27,000 pesos. So ibig sabihin, ang monthly salary ni Maria is 27,000 pesos. Ngayon, paano natin makukuha yung i-deposit niya, kung magkano i-deposit niya dun sa emergency fund niya. Kasi sabi dito, she decides to allocate 25% of her monthly salary. So, kukumpitin natin yung 25% ng 27,000. So, i-convert nyo lang sa decimal itong 25%. So, that is 0.25 times 27,000. So, the answer is 6,750. So, ibig sabihin, every month or sa bawat 27,000 yung sweldo, yung 25% doon na 6,750, yun yung mapupunta sa emergency fund niya. So kung ang tanong, kung magkano ang monthly salary ni Maria, and that is 27,000 pesos. So ang mapupunta naman sa emergency fund niya is 6,750 monthly. Okay, problem number 2. June works as a line machine operator in an electronics factory at the Cavite Economic Zone. He has a monthly base salary of 18,500 pesos. During a peak production month, he rendered 15 hours of overtime. Overtime work is compensated at 125% of his regular hourly rate. His regular work schedule consists of 8 hours per day for 20 working days a month. So what is June's total pay for the month including his overtime? So first, we will calculate the regular hourly rate. Magkano yung per hour ni June? So ang given natin, meron siyang 20 working days tapos 8 hours per day. So kung kukunin natin yon yung monthly hours niya, so 8 hours times 20 days is 160 hours. So yung 160 hours na yan, yun ang gagamitin natin para i-divide dito sa 18,500. So yung hourly rate niya, 18,500 divided by 160, ito yon yung total number of hours. So, 18,500 divided by 160. So, yung per hour ni June ay 115 pesos and 63 centavos. So, ngayon, para makuha natin yung overtime pay niya, 'di ba? Para makuha natin yung overtime pay niya, 'di ba? Paano yung kino-compute? Yung hourly rate niya multiply kung ilang oras yung overtime niya times 1.25. Okay. So, this will be the overtime pay rate niya, no? So, 115.63 times 1.25. Okay, and then after that, what's next? This will be the overtime pay rate niya. Pero pwede nyo na idiretso, no? Pwede nyo na idiretso yan. 'Di ba pwede nyo nang idiretso yung 115.63 times ilang oras? Ilang oras siya? Overtime 15 times 1.25. Pwedeng hindi nyo na 'to, puwede hindi na ipakita ito 'no, puwedeng diretso na sa calculator niyo. So, 15 hours times 144.54 is equal to 2,168.10. So, kasi class, same lang din naman 'yan. Halimbawa, ito yung gagamitin niyo, 115.63 times 15 times 1.25, ito pa rin yung makukuha niyong sagot. So, dito lang sa solution natin class, pinakita mo na magkano ang rate niya kapag nag-overtime siya. So, ang rate niya per hour sa overtime niya is 144.54. Mas mataas ito kaysa sa regular hourly rate niya, which is 115.63. Since nag-work siya ng 15 hours, so i-multiply lang natin doon sa overtime rate niya. So, the answer is 2,168.10. So, magkano no, ang kinita, yung total pay ni June for the month? So, ang gagawin lang, add lang, no? Simply add, okay, yung base salary niya. So, magkano yung base salary niya? 18,500 plus yung overtime na 2,168.10. Pag inad natin, a total of 20,668 pesos and 10 centavos. So, June's total pay for the month is 20,668 pesos and 10 centavos. Problem number three. So it's about commission and fixed allowance. Sarah is a real estate agent selling condominium units in Iloilo City. She is paid a 3% commission on the total contract price of every property she sells. So in October, she successfully closed a sale on a unit worth 2,500,000 pesos. So aside from her commission, her agency provide a monthly transportation and marketing allowance of 8,000 pesos. So what is Sarah's total earnings for October? So dalawa, no? Dalawa yung panggagalingan ng ah, kita niya. So yung una, meron siyang monthly transportation na 8,000 and then sa bawat benta niya or ma-close niya na deal dun sa kondo na mabebenta niya, meron siyang makukuhang 3%. So, 3% nung 2,500,000, i-multiply lang natin, 3% sa decimal is 0.03. So, 2,500,000 times 0.03 is 75,000. So, ibig sabihin, ito yung makukuha niyang komisyon doon sa or percent o doon sa na benta niya na condo. And then, add natin yung allowance na 8,000. So, magkano yung total earnings niya? 83,000 pesos. So, Sarah earns 83,000 pesos for the month of October. Next. Okay, problem about piece rate, earnings, and financial goal percentage. Mang Tomas is a home-based footwear maker in Liliu, Laguna. He operates under a piece rate system where he is paid 120 pesos for every pair of local sandals he completely assembles. He can finish an average of 15 pairs of sandals per day. He works 24 days a month and plans to set aside 35% of his monthly income to fund his child's college tuition. So, 120 pesos for every pair of local sandals. So, ilan ang natapos niya? Okay, 15. And then, he works 24 days a month. So, una, kukunin muna natin yung monthly income, no? Ang monthly income ni Mang Tomas. So, and then, pangalawa, magkano, no, ang mapupunta doon sa fund or sa savings na para sa college tuition ng mga anak niya. So first, paano natin kunin yung monthly income? So the daily income niya is 120 for every pair na matatapos niya. Since meron siyang natapos na 15 pairs, multiply by 120, so that total of 1,800 pesos. So magkano ang monthly income niya? Since Sa isang araw lang yung 15 pairs, 'no, per day. Nakakatapos siya ng 15 pares sa isang araw. Since sa loob ng isang buwan, 24 days siya nag-work. So, imu-multiply lang natin yung 1,800 times 24 days, and that is 43,200. Ngayon, mula diyan sa monthly income niya, magtatabi siya ng 35% nitong kinita niya. So, 35% nung 43,200 or 43,000 times 0.35 is 15,120. So, ibig sabihin, makakapagtabi siya ng 15,120 sa tuition ng anak niya. So, yung tanong na kung magkano yung monthly income niya, that is 43,200 pesos. Magkano matatabi niya sa anak niya? 15,120 pesos monthly. Okay, last problem, problem number 5. It's about annual salary with overtime, bonus, and commission. Elena works as a customer service representative at a BPO hub in Clark, Pampanga. She has a base monthly salary of 22,000 pesos. Her company offers an incentive of 1,500 pesos for every account renewal completed beyond the monthly target. In June, Elena secured 4 accounts renewals over her quota. Furthermore, she rendered 12 hours of overtime, which is compensated of 130% of her regular hourly rate. Okay, mas mataas to, no, sa ah, regular na binibigay nung government natin na kung saan 125%. So dito 130%. Elena works 8 hours a day for 22 days a month. So she plans to put 15% of her total monthly income into a mutual fund investment. So question, what is Elena total's income for the month of June? How much will she invest in the mutual fund? So una, let's calculate the regular hourly rate. So, meron siyang monthly na salary na 22,000. So, ilang oras siya nagtrabaho? 22 days, no? Sa loob ng isang buwan, 22 days, tapos 8 hours per day. So, compute muna natin yon. 22 days times 8, that is 176 hours. And then, itong 176 hours gagamitin natin. Diyan natin i-divide. So 22,000 divide natin sa 176 and the answer is 125 pesos. Ibig sabihin, ang per hour ni Elena ay 125 pesos. Next, compute natin yung overtime pay niya. So yung overtime pay, magkano yung overtime hourly rate niya? Since 130% yan, no? So 130% of ano yan, ano yung time niya, ay hourly rate niya, 125 pesos. So, 130% times 125 or 125 times 1.30 is 162.50. So, ilang oras yung overtime niya? 12 hours, no? So, 12 times 162.50, the answer is 1,950. So, ito yung bayad sa kanya sa overtime niyang 12 hours. Next, calculate the incentive or commission earnings. So, meron siyang, ano yung nakalagay dyan? 1,500 for every account renewal. Since nakapag-secured siya ng apat, so multiply lang natin, So, 4 times 1,500, so the answer is 6,000 pesos. So, bali, meron na siyang, okay, magkano yung monthly niya? 22,000. Tapos may overtime siyang 1,950. And then meron siyang makuhang incentive na 6,000. So magkano yung total income ni Elena? So add lang natin yon, yung base salary plus overtime pay plus incentives. So 22,000 plus 1,950 plus 6,000 is equal to 29,950. So ibig sabihin, yan, no, lahat ng kinita niya sa isang buwan. Ngayon, magtatabi daw siya ng 15% ng total monthly income niya para sa mutual fund investment. So magkano yung 15% ng 29,950? That will be 4,492.50. So, ibig sabihin, Elena, total income for June is 29,950 and she will invest 4,492.50 into the mutual fund.